All right, this is No Time to Explain, and we have another episode of Hot Ones featuring No Time to Explain.
Hey,
So here, IbeFriction, and we have my brother here,
KingXeph.
All right, and we got a series of questions for you, and we just want to get to know you, and it's a good time to know the peoples of No Time to Explain. So, are you ready for this, sir?
Yeah, I'm very secretive, so I hope these questions aren't too intimidating.
Well, we'll find out. All right. So, do you want to choose a wing that you want me to start with?
Maker's Mark, just go for it.
All right. Okay. So, let's get you all good. Classic hot sauce. This one warm you up nicely. Get you. Okay, yeah, that's good.
Make sure there's a decent splash of that. I saw that.
Yeah, well, yeah, make sure that you can scoop that. All right, so we got classic hot sauce. So go ahead and take a bite, and we'll start.
I got to make sure you're not seeking revenge after we did the one chip challenge.
No comment. All right, so we know that you love music. I don't know if our fans know. So one question that I want to ask is that what band got you interested in rock, and what's your biggest musical influence?
Well, the band, first of all, it's saucy. I like it. The band that got me into rock music was Evanescence, actually. Blame my sister for that. If you're watching this, you already know. But my sister played she was a musician as well, but she played a lot of pop stuff, 80s and 90s babies. And Evanescence Fallen album, she played that a lot around me. I don't know why. I guess it was just the hot album at the time. And it latched on to me because Amy Lee, the lead singer, is very classically trained. And some of their music doesn't sound like rock music, but it is. So I would say that would be the first real band. After that, I would say Linkin Park would be the second. Outside of everybody knows a lot of different music and songs from older classic rock bands, but we have the stigma of who that artist is or what's the name of that song. You hear it on the radio, you hear the movies all the time, but you don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
After a while, you're like, oh, that's what that song is. But in terms of musical influence, I would give that to my teachers first. I had three different drum instructors.
Okay.
And all of them had their own style. One of them was a jazz musician. Other one was very classically trained. And the last one was just a rainbow of music. He very eccentric guy. He would actually go to Africa for a month at the start of every year and just play drums in the wild. It's kind of crazy.
Okay.
He was dopest and strange to do, but I love him to death. But he played he played Afro-Cuban, Latin jazz, classical stuff. He dabbled in everything. So he was the biggest influence on me. But my instructors were my first gateway into that until I actually started dibbling and dabbling in more other musicians.
Okay. So what made you even start drumming in the first place?
Rebellious to my parents. So my sister was a violinist, and when I was 6 or 7 years old, I believe I was 6 going on 7, went to the music shop to, basically say, hey, you're going to play an instrument, and my sister wanted me, I can't remember if it was a cello or bass, but my sister essentially wanted me to play another string instrument, and my mother thought that I was going to do the same thing or play piano. And being the little shit I was at that point in time, I was like, no, I want to play drums.
You said, I don't want to do it.
And I embarrassed my mother in the music store. Unfortunately, I'm 6, 7 years old. So, not having your parents' way. So she bought me a drum pad and some sticks and thought I wasn't going to stick it out. And Lord and behold,
proved her wrong.
I proved her wrong. So yes.
All right. Well, that's a fun story.
It's a great story.
You said, I'm going to prove it wrong. And now it all this takes.
Yeah. Now she doesn't regret it anymore.
All right. So ready for this next question. We have Dawson's hot sauce.
Dawson's Creek.
Shawarma sauce.
Isn't shawarma what they had in the end of the Avengers?
Yes. All right. So I don't want to touch the chicken. Let's go ahead and isolate that. Make sure the sauces are not. You're gonna have to bag.
I'll back it up as we get.
I don't want to fuse. This is the thick one. Fuse, combine,
fusion hot.
All right. We're gonna give a good little serving size there.
It's orange. Like paste.
It is, right? Heat meter, 3 out of 10. Didn't see that. All right. Hardest instrument that you ever had to learn to play?
Mm.
It was a diggamajoo.
You got a little kick about it. I like it. Hardest instrument I had to learn to play. I would say xylophone and marimba. And the only reason I say that is because at a point, I had to learn how to play with 4 mallets. And that's when, it just took me forever to learn how to maneuver those 4 mallets in certain ways. And even to this day, I'm still not the greatest at it. I'm great at doing chords, but doing things independently with 4 different sticks, 2 in each hand, going across an entire, almost like a piano-like keyboard, was something I just never really mastered. It's also something I really didn't practice a lot either, because there wasn't very many times other than my private stuff that I needed to do that. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I like it. So it was like, hey, we need to use how to use 4 mallets. But because I never had to actually implement and use it.
If you don't have to be good at it, why master?
Exactly. So at that point, I was just like, well, everything I was playing, even like when I was in orchestra and everything, I didn't need to use 4 mallets.
So did you approach every situation like how many mallets before I even start playing?
No.
Because that's what I'll be asking. I'm like, look, I don't want to do 4. We're good.
And it's funny because even playing drum set and even playing a lot of stuff where I was in like musicals where I would just sit in a cage of contraptions, or my little contraption I make, where I'm playing like timpani 1 second, xylophone, sleigh bells the next, and then I'm hitting different drums. Like I always had 2 sticks in my hand, so I could like multitask and play different things separately, but it was never the same.
Okay. All right. So moving to the next one, we got Shaquanda's West Indian Curry Hot Pepper Sauce. And I'm sorry that I said it that way, but her name is Shaquanda.
Sassy lady.
All right.
That shake well before you, son.
Pause. All right.
That was water.
Right? Get some things. All right, next question. I'll let you go ahead and sample that first.
I almost dipped it in the other sauce.
You are a madman, sir. All right. So give me a band or artist you feel turned on you. An example, like they changed too much and you don't like their current music as much as you did when you started. Anybody that has a band artist that feels that's currently betrayed you.
Betrayed me, no. But changed the way I didn't like it, yes. I like change. I really do. I like when artists experiment and like when they try something new, even if it's bad. Because then I'll just criticize and say, hey, this was a bad album, this was a bad attempt, and don't do it again. And a lot of times they don't. So I'm not a big negative Nancy about them doing something that they shouldn't be doing or changing stuff, because I feel like as a musician, if you're not attempting to make a new sound or do something new and revolutionize the genre, then you're just being a basic generic musician. But one band that I really did not like the direction they went into was Set It Off. They had an album called Cinematic, which I believe was their first album. It might have been their second, or it was their first actual album compared to a demo or an EP. And after that album, I just didn't care for anything they put out after that. They changed their sound a little too much and they stuck with it. And I just absolutely hated it. I also, just to give an honorary mention, I hated Linkin. Well, I hated it at the time. I hated Linkin Park's 1,000 Sun album because it got too techno-y. They got too they dabbled in too much electronics.
Yeah.
But it grew on me as I got older. But in the moment when the album released, I was like, this isn't good. And then the album after that, Living Things, love that album. That was like a perfect blend of old Linkin Park and what they were doing with the previous album. So years passed, and I actually ended up liking 1,000 Suns later. But at the time, I was like, "Nah, Chief, this ain't it.
This ain't it." All right, okay. Well, hopefully, do you still listen to their old stuff when you did like them? Set It Off.
Oh yeah, I still listen to Cinematic. That's my album. But
okay,
anything after that,
gotcha. All right, so
I don't even give it a try.
So before we continue, where are you at on the milk scale? 1 through 10. 10, you need milk.
I'm still at a 1.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, the last one had peppers, so like the pepper catch up to you and get that cough.
Okay.
But in terms of hotness, I'm still at a 1.
All right, so now fun begins.
All right. You look so evil.
All right, this is gonna be a good question. All right, go ahead and give me the wing that you need. What you want me to do?
Choose your weapon.
All right, we have Los Calientes. This one is by Hot Ones.
I'm not gonna be affiliated after this, am I?
You may.
Oh yeah. You made it extra thick. Look at you.
That was nothing personal, bro.
Sure it isn't. Insert the Saw theme song.
Oh, they can't copyright that because I'm humming it. All right. All right. Favorite anime intro and least favorite anime intro and why? Musicianship.
Favorite.
We know you got an anime playlist.
Of course I do. I can't say the name right now because I'm going to butcher it. The second theme to Inuyasha will always be my go-to.
Is that the
Dokutachi wa
I got you, bro.
Yeah, that one I'll put that one in my top.
Nice.
My least favorite.
Like you skip it every time the anime come on.
No, it's hard because it's not in the playlist, so it's easy to skip.
What anime though? Do you know what anime you know that you guarantee you skipped? For me, season 4 of Bleach.
That's up there.
I can't remember the song. I just know it was season 4 because I skipped it.
I'm gonna steal this. I'm gonna steal this from Ego because I know he hates this Boruto's theme. Yeah, it's garbage. It's garbage. It's garbage.
All right, I want to listen to it now.
Even the original Naruto's theme is better than that, and that was basic.
So they downgraded because they last season their intro. Dun, 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 dun. I'm like, oh.
Trash. Joe Budden voice.
Trash. All right. So where you at, milk scale?
I'm at about a 2 now. It's getting warmer.
So based on this pace, you should be able to get to the rest of the sauces.
We'll see.
You probably end at like maybe a 5, maybe.
We'll see. You know, number 8 is the Kingslayer. So
hand smell that. All right, so we have Ghost Rider. I'm looking off camera. We just did an episode with Ego the Humble Bracker. So he's sitting here for torture purposes. He wants somebody to feel his pain.
That, and if he don't get the same reaction, he's probably going to beat one of us up. Preferably me because I'm the small one.
Well, he's gonna.
I see him nodding his head behind camera.
He has to interview me, so I'm already prepared, and I've already had my will written out. All right, so you ready for this?
He said, I think you trying to seek revenge now. He's going to be seeking vengeance on you.
All right.
11 years of hatred.
This is going to be a fun story we tell. Oh, taste that. Hand me that. Hand me that. Yeah. I'm going to save my palate.
There you go, brother.
All right. I'm going to start building immunity.
Building immunity?
COVID-19 vaccine. All right. This question. You know you love anime. What is an anime you feel that needs another season? That will not, that's not getting one.
That needs a second season. Oh, needs another season?
Needs a second season.
Black Blood Brothers.
Man, look. Oh.
Black Blood Brothers. That show
that hurt.
Needs another season. I don't care who picks it up, if they ever do. That show needs another season, without a doubt. Didn't give us no closure.
12 episodes.
And nothing.
A pure gold. Ruin.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
That needs a season 2.
You ever thought about reading the manga?
No, I haven't.
I haven't even did any research on it.
Neither have I. So if it exists, I might have to read it.
Because like that did hurt when I was close. Okay, cool. How are you on a milk scale?
I'm at a 3 now. So we're stepping up as these are getting up.
So you should end at an 8.
Probably. But like I said, 8 is the Kingslayer. So I could go from a 3 to a 7 or an 8 in one sauce.
All right. So you still good on the milk? All right, cool. We're going to move on. Do I need to add more sauce? I want to make sure you're getting some quality experience.
No, you're giving me a good amount of sauce, brother.
So you said more?
You're giving me a perfect amount of sauce.
More?
I'll let you know. I'll let you know if you're getting too skimpy on the sauce.
I heard more. Is that what you said? I'm sorry, like my ear is not what it used to be. I got you, bro. I ain't gonna eat pepper.
Rest in peace, Kobe. You're over here like more sauce.
More sauce.
More.
Some more. All right. So this one is the scorpion. This one has the scorpion pepper in it.
Do you know how big the scorpion pepper was? Because, scorpions, the smaller they are, the more deadly they are.
Yes. Scorpion pepper is about that small.
So, that small?
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's fatal.
Yes.
Yeek.
Scorpion used to hold the title. I do know this, and I don't know why. So please fact check me. Scorpion used to be the hottest pepper, like some years back.
I think certain ghost peppers took it after a while when they started modifying the ghost pepper.
And they started creating, like these lab rats started saying, how do we make people die more?
They started doing the whole DNA splicing of peppers.
All right, so we're going to be polite with this. Give you a little kiss at the end there.
Oh, ain't that cute?
Just want to make sure you got all the scorpions. All right.
Can I see that one again real quick?
Yes, sir.
Heartbeat hot sauce.
Heartbeat hot sauce.
Thunder Bay, Ontario.
Canada. How hot can it be from Canada?
I mean, Canadians are trustworthy, but I mean, Drake came from Canada too. So
yeah, I trust with my life.
Do you?
OVO.
Okay.
All right, so video games. We're gonna start going to video games. So, game that made you fall in love with video games and why? So, what defines you as, hey, you know what? I'm gaming for life. Well, take your time. I don't want it to set in. Where we at though? Before you start, you good?
Yeah. I don't feel anything yet. Mortal Kombat.
I'm gonna open up the bottle. I'm gonna have to toss them.
That's what I said. I was like, wait.
Wait, is it sneaking up on you?
It's sneaking. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't taste it.
Was this the one? Okay.
I was just like, I don't taste it. Wait, here it is. Okay. Still okay. But Mortal Kombat, without a doubt.
Nice.
Gaming is tricky because I played Sonic a lot, but because my first system that I remember playing was a Sega Genesis. It probably was a Super Nintendo because we had one of those two. Mm-hmm. But the one I can't really remember is playing Sega because my sister and I played Mortal Kombat 2, and she would spank me in it, and she knew how to do Melina's Fatality, and she'd hit me with it every single time. It was like torturing a child. MK2. Yeah. And as I got older, in MK9, I was able to get her back because they kept that fatality. So when she started playing it again, because it was like, that's when they stopped doing the whole 3D Mortal Kombat. They went back to 2D style. So when I had my window of opportunity, I hit her with it, and I'm just like, oh no, I take that back. They remade it, and they put it on Xbox 360 as an arcade game. So because the Sega, we didn't have a TV with the ports for the Sega anymore, we went to that, and having a 6-button controller and everything was perfect because, we only had the classic Sega Genesis controller with 3 buttons. And so I got better at it, and she was just like, classic Mortal Kombat, so she thought she was cold. Snapped off with Melina, and then I did the fatality, and I threw the controller down, and I was like, after 20 years, 20 years, I got you with your own shit. But
do you remind her to this day?
Nah, I don't remind her anymore.
Shit.
It may come a conversation. If she brings it up, then I'm definitely gonna throw it back at her. But Mortal Kombat was like, that was the fighting game that we always played, and that was just the one game that I always stuck with. And then from that point on, I just casually played games until stuff stuck.
Understandable. All right. So milk scale, you're good?
Still good.
All right.
We'll go to a
Hellfire Detroit.
Oof. Is that the habanero with the bourbon?
Bourbon habanero Ghost. All right. Okay. Ready for this, sir?
Mm-hmm. That was water too. I about to say spread out a little bit more, but you just got it right there.
Oh, well, you know what, brother? I will never.
Oh, you made it all chunky?
Oh, my bad, bro. I didn't mean to. You can dump that part off. I didn't know the chunk was there.
You did that out of spite? I
mean, I didn't want it to happen. I thought about it, but you don't got to get that chunk, bro. I ain't here to torture you.
I'm small, but I'm a goon.
All right, you know what I'm saying? Keep that in mind, so control the rest of your sauces. All right, so.
I taste the bourbon.
That's good. Brennan's built differently. All right, your next question. So, we know you as the tech guy. Where did your love of technology come from?
I don't know, to be 100% honest. I started really getting into computers really at my grandmother's house because, she had a computer with internet. And I really didn't until we moved out here. And I don't know, I kind of like play with the computer. I mess with the settings and screw some stuff up and then try to fix it. And as I got older, I just latched on to tech. It was just one of those things I was just like, hey, you can do this stuff. And then I just kind of latched onto it and just kept it going. And it became my second passion outside of music, because music was my first passion at the time. And then it became my second. And then as I got through high school, it's just like, I love music, but as a profession, I wouldn't want to be a musician.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, well, I want to do like engineering/IT. And and I just kind of kept it. I just kept that mindset. I always play with technology. I always watch reviews and saw what was new and what stuff could do. And then from that point on, it just became my life.
Okay, cool. It's good. I mean, so IT would be like that's the field you do like in the next 5 years or so?
Yep. That's definitely my degree and doing a little bit of work in it now. So
all right.
Hopefully don't become the technological dictator of the world.
No, hopefully so. Use you for that.
Well, hopefully the government doesn't see that. I don't.
Oh yeah, ha.
I will.
Yeah, please no.
I would like to not be forced to work for the government, so I could use a computer for the rest of my life.
That's fair. But I'd like to look this direction. All right, guys.
I will say that one is definitely hotter.
Where your milk scale?
We're sitting. We've reached a 5.
A 5. That's disrespectful.
I was at a 3. I was at a 3, and I stayed at a 3. I've reached up to a 5 to a 6.
Your Detroit a 5. Yes, your stroke is a 5 to him. The reason I'm giving him such a hard time, viewers, if you didn't watch our, what's the name of that? Hailfire chip. What's the name?
It was the Pocky One Chip Challenge.
Pocky One Chip Challenge. This man was able to go, I think, an hour without drinking milk. Second time was 30 minutes, and the only reason he drank milk because we made him.
No, the first time it was 25 minutes, and you made me drink it. Otherwise, you threatened to beat me and break my legs.
Yes. So we got physically violent with him. So, okay. So we have a little bit less sympathy for him going through this. So you had a 5. That's cool.
But that one definitely is lingering, and that one's definitely hotter.
Well, consistently, because I didn't read the instructions, I have to apply the same amount of force because it wouldn't be fair to torture you. I didn't read those instructions there.
This is Torrance seeking his vengeance on me. Ego is just like, nah, I want him to suffer.
This smell is all right, bro. All right. You know I love you, right, bro?
We're doing this out of love, man.
That's what some would call it.
There's a thin line between love and hate, man.
I can see Bobby Whitney. Could go man in Yasha.
Nah, Bobby Whitney's worse.
I don't know, man. She physically abused him. When he didn't agree, she put a curse on him.
Well, she didn't put the curse on him.
Well, she used it.
But she used it. She definitely used it, but she didn't put the curse on him.
All right, bro. That's your serving. This is the bomb evolution hot sauce. Ingredients is this song is extremely hot. Consume 1 drop at a time with extreme caution.
And you put like 4 drops in here. Which is hilarious.
Maybe. Put 7. All right, so next question. Favorite workout? Oh yeah, so you're getting into fitness. You've always been kind of a runner, running and everything. So, but you're getting kind of working out more. So my question would be, what is your favorite workout day and exercise, and your least favorite?
I hate leg day. Absolutely hate it. No, let's get that out the way. I'm like, leg day sucks. I need my legs. I need to be able to move. And what it sucks is that at my gym, I have to go up and down stairs to the locker room. So of course, it's like I'll get my workout in. And I feel great after. I'm like, man, I feel great. And then I hit the staircase. I'm like,
The last.
I got to go up and down again.
There,
And I hate it.
I'm upset with whoever built that gym didn't consider leg day as a thing.
Or they did, and they just want us to torture you more.
Evil design. How are you? Scale, milk scale.
It's getting hotter as we speak.
But you're all right.
I'm still okay for the time being. Oh, ask me again in like the next 30 seconds.
All right. So based on you hating leg day, what's your favorite?
Favorite is actually shoulders. I like shoulder day.
In the whole
And-
world.
Yeah,
Trying to
surprising.
be Atlas out here.
Not necessarily, but it's just like it's and it's funny enough because my shoulder routine is as dreadful as leg day, but I love doing it. It's one of those. It's one of those. I always get the two scripts. Is it sadist? One of my sadist days. I was torturing myself, but I love it. But yeah, I like hitting all three sections of my shoulders, doing my my 4 sets of 7. You know, like side, rear, front, and just power front. It hurts, but I love it. I look forward to that day.
So your fitness journey going good so far since you started really getting into it?
Yes, I'm definitely seeing. I've gained some of the weight that I've expected to gain.
Mm-hmm.
I think I am 5 to 10. I'm about 5 pounds away from my target weight,
Okay.
and I am getting significantly stronger, and I'm loving every second of it. And also, the one thing I hate about it is my clothes are getting tight.
Damn, boy.
That boy thick.
Thick, boy.
That boy.
Big ass boy.
I'm so used to wearing mediums now. Like there's like mediums are just like comfortable shirts. Now I feel it in my shoulders and my arms are getting tight, and I'm like, great. Now I got to buy new clothes eventually. And
You know, people will be here shopping.
yeah, I have a sister that is prowling in my wardrobe. If you know what, I will say, if it wasn't for Oz, his shirts are big, so his mediums are good. So I'll survive in those. So she'll just have to steal that when I'm not paying
Bro, there's
attention.
nothing wrong with tight shirts. I lived off of
You know
them.
what? I
still
don't
to this day.
I don't hate them, but it's the thing is like when all of your clothes start getting tight, and you're used to something like I like wearing certain clothes, and it's like now it's getting tight, and I know that it's inevitable that it's not going to fit anymore, or it's going to cut my circulation off. I'm dreading that.
Okay. That's fair. No tight clothes.
That the bomb is still lingering.
You all right?
I'm fine.
Okay.
But it's still lingering.
We're going to move on to pucker butt.
Great, what my butt will be doing in the
Yes.
next hour.
So, you know, this is only a 4 on the smoking hot scale.
4 out of 5.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know, the fifth one is kind of faded.
So that's like a 4.5.
Maybe a 4.5. So let's get that good.
Look, even though I didn't suffer from the one chip challenge, I suffered in the bathroom.
I didn't see that.
But you know what? I will say the first time I did that 2 years ago was worse than the last one.
I'm just going to add that there, bro. You know, just politely.
Wait to the very last drop.
That's not that bad. It's just, and this one doesn't let you know what peppers is in it, which is,
It's a mystery.
it just says peppers and peppers.
Peppers. Get your peppers.
All right. Pepper and pepper X peppers. So that's it. All right. So
Hunter X Hunter, but peppers.
honestly,
If I get this bone out so I can just bite into this.
make sure he doesn't pop a sauce in my eye.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm blind.
Chicken shrapnel. I promise to not kill you with the last hot sauce in a row.
Okay.
I'm not evil. I
Are
don't
you?
wake up and choose violence. Not anymore. All right, so favorite game of all time and why? Most hated game of all time and why? Were you at the milk before we continue? You good?
I don't need the milk yet, but it's that spice is beginning to linger. It's beginning to hit.
Excellent.
Favorite and worst game of all time. I haven't thought about that one.
Soul searching question.
I know.
Thank you, Eager, for the questions.
That's a good question. 'Cause I honestly haven't thought about it. I will say there'll be two games I'll put up for best. One is a franchise, and the other one is actual game. My favorite franchise I would put would be the Legacy of Kain franchise. Reason being, it was one of the first video games as a kid because I didn't play the first Blood Omen. I played the first Soul Reaver.
Mm-hmm.
And Raziel's character art was so cool. What was it? That game came out in 97, 98.
Yeah, it was definitely late 90s.
It was so different and new. Like me and my best friend we saw it in Blockbuster, RIP. And it was like, this dude. No, Blockbuster.
R.I.P. to my friend.
No. Well, Blockbuster was our friend in the 90s too, so RIP to that. But he looked cool, so we rented the game. We didn't even get close to beating it, like, because that was just an open world game with no direction.
Yep, as they did back in the day.
Yeah. And I fell in love with the character. I fell in love with just the entry of the story because I didn't even get the rest of the story. It wasn't until Soul Reaver 2 came out for PlayStation 2 that I actually got the story for Soul Reaver 1. And then, of course, I played Blood Omen 2 and then Defiance. As for worst game,
The baby's up.
I can't remember a game I avidly hated. That, like, I touched it one time and I just threw it away and it's
Says trash.
say it's garbage.
Done with you.
The closest game I can think of currently is Neo. And it's not because the game is trash. It's just because the game is absurdly hard.
They made that game difficult for no reason. They wanted the title of difficult game.
And it's funny I say that because you made me play, 3 levels of Shinobi?
Mm-hmm.
Because Suchi bought Shinobi to piss you off. And you were just like, I'm not playing it. I don't care. Like, I'm not playing the game again. And Suchi was supposed to play it. So I ended up playing it because I remember you vividly talking about how difficult that game was. That game is fucking difficult.
For a child's game.
You know, well, I wouldn't call it a child's game because it was a PS2 game, but for us when it came out,
yeah.
we were, pre-teens at the time. But as hard as that game was, I didn't hate it like I hated Neo. Otherwise, I can't think of another game that I really, really hated, or that I would say is my least favorite. My runner-up for a second best game,
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy VII. It was my first JRPG I ever played, and I was actually it was loaned to me, and the guy never came back to get it. The guy that was doing some of the painting in our house when we first moved here, he talked about that game and he recommended it. I'm like, I've never played a Final Fantasy game in a day in my life. I didn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why there were so many of them. And I was just the ignorant one that's just like, I feel like this game is trash. And he was like, you haven't played. He was like, what other RPGs do you play? I'm like, what's that? And then, he described it to me. I'm like, well, I've never played any other game like that. And he's like, I'm gonna let you borrow Final Fantasy VII. You need to play this. So I'm like, all right, I'll give it a try. Cause I'm borrowing the game.
Right.
I fell in love with that game instantly. And it's just bad to this day that my cousins talk about me playing that game to this day. Cause it's like, you played that game nonstop for, I think, 2 years, I think it was.
It's a wonderful game with a lot of content.
Well, it's one, of course, at the time, having a video game with 3 discs,
Absurd.
like
they changed the game with that.
First of all, like for everybody to see the camera, like the case was inch thick compared to like was it a third of an inch?
Yeah.
Like like a standard CD tray. It was 3 of those stacked on top of each other. That's how thick the case was. And I didn't understand the aspect of having a game with 3 discs because, of course, once you finish disc 1, it's just like, well, how do I move on from disc to disc? And I'm like, well, I'll put disc 2 in. It's like, oh, you haven't gotten as far in disc 1. I was utterly confused. So when I finally got to the point when I got to the moving of the disc, I started to understand how the game was. But it was so much to do in that game. And then I spent a lot of time trying to unlock Knight of the Round and getting a gold chocobo and then beating Emerald and Ruby Weapon. I just dove into that game, and I don't really think, other than like some fighting games, which was Dragon Ball Z Budokai at the time, I really didn't play any real games like that.
No, that's fair. Final Fantasy VII was one of the. It's kind of hailed as the RPG to start people on the RPG road.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And the Final Fantasy of Final Fantasies.
Yep. And let's not even talk about the characters. I can do that all day. All right.
Who is a demon in Super Smash Brothers now, by the way.
I need to get the game. You let me play with him, and it was amazing. All right, bro. So are you ready for the last dab?
I'm ready.
How many dabs do you want?
You know what? You can put 3 dabs in there.
3 dabs. So this is made from the Apollo, for y'all who don't know. So I never read these, and I've been in and out of Hot Ones, you know. And did they read these on the?
They also have a scale that they usually show.
Man, but I didn't know all this content. So the Apollo is the Guinness World Records of the hottest hot sauce, and the only hot sauce made from it.
There you go.
Oh, man, my bad, bro.
Thick dabs, boy.
I didn't hit you with 3 dabs of the dab.
He's thick though, boy.
He is thick. I'm gonna add one more.
That's 5. That's 5 dabs.
No, it was 3.
1, 2, 3, 4. And you're about to put a 5th one. Go ahead, put the 5th one in.
That was 3 dabs.
No, that was 4.
He's one leaked.
Also, the leak dab doesn't count.
Yeah, leaked. If it goes, it just goes down. All right, bro.
Salute.
I hate this guy. Just a little piece over there. Shout out to Harris for sponsoring the chicken. They didn't give it to us for free.
They made us prepay for this.
All right, last question. Oh, how did you rate the Hot One challenge? 1 out of 10.
I give it a 6.
Dang.
I give it a 6.
Dang.
Which one was it? These two, the bomb and the habanero, had the most lingering effect.
Not even Apollo?
Apollo's hot at taste, but it's not lingering like these two did. These two were, I would say, of the 10, were the worst.
It was my fault. I took mercy. I gave mercy. All right, so but ain't no more chicken left. Your last question we did want to ask you. Are you good with the milk?
I haven't touched it.
I'm saying, like, where you still with the scale?
Oh yeah, I'm so good.
Okay.
I can survive without it, to be
My
honest.
last question is,
I want to drink it because it's good, but
Are you willing to do an additional mixture dab for your bonus question?
a mixture dab.
Yeah, Jeremy's to pick 3 sauces.
Forrest wants you to cry. He wants you to feel pain. Pain. He wants you to feel.
You can dip with some bread.
That's
You know
up to
what?
Brendan. That's you don't have to prove it after.
Yeah, go ahead
I like-
the fan.
I like how he make it sound like it's up to you. Completely your choice.
I'll do it. But no, I got another piece of chicken.
All right, so we're going for this last question, bonus question, and we're gonna. You
know what? I'm gonna turn around. I don't even want to see the sausage you're gonna put combined. This is kind of oxymoronic because on camera I'll see it, but man,
Yeah, you will eventually. Do you want to put it on chicken or on the side?
put it on the chicken. Excuse me, guys. I don't. In case you heard that belch. Eagle's like, you will know pain.
I feel sorry for your intestines, bro. This is not.
You know, it'll be the first violent poo I've had of the year.
It's not supposed to be like this.
It's not, but you know what?
Can you just keep? Hey, close your eyes, man.
I don't even see you, so
All right,
just
cool.
I'm staring at the lights on my board, so
All right, brother.
my sphincter is clenching.
Here is your sauce.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Ego definitely heavy dabbed this, I can tell.
Yes. Yes.
You didn't touch him? But did you recommend him? Close enough.
You did not have to do this.
I didn't. I'm choosing to do this willingly.
All right, man.
But if you don't see me again, just know I went out like Elvis.
Yeah, you did.
Unfortunately.
That's all. Oh, the question is, boy, why you so thick in them leggings, boy? That boy thick. Leg day should be your favorite day. Tell me, bro. Damn, boy, you thick.
You a thick ass boy.
Can you tell me what happened? How'd you get so thick, boy? Please. The audience deserves to know.
Put the link for the leggings in the description.
That's hot. Anyway,
Is he dying?
you know what's funny about that question?
Yeah.
When I worked at Best Buy, I always wore long sleeve shirts, so no one ever saw my arms, ever.
Mm-hmm.
So on the days I wore short sleeve shirts, I came in the summer, and I was sleeveless. People were surprised. So the fact that you guys saw me in leggings and were like, "Wait a minute."
Oh yeah, bro. We was royally pleased, bro.
Baffled.
Bamboozled. That lets me know that what I'm doing is working.
Yeah, you got a good workout regimen.
But I don't know. I can't answer that question when it happened.
All right.
And damn it, that is hot. That is hot.
Are you? Did this do it? Did this do it?
I'm not at the milk yet.
Dang
But
it!
that's hot. Ooh, that's
That's
hot.
crazy. I appreciate this reaction because at least he's rubbing his legs. He told,
Ooh, that's
he
hot.
looked at us 10 toes down. Do you want to know what we mix?
Might as well tell me.
All right. So the first thing I gave you was the Hellfire Detroit.
Okay. I tasted that.
I laced that at. Then what I did is put some the bomb in there.
Whew.
Then I put a little bit of the Apollo in there. And for one good kicking, I put the Scorpion under the wing, under a flap layer.
You attacked me with my second favorite Mortal Kombat character?
Yes. I figured you appreciate anything hit by a Scorpion.
That burns and that stings. Oh my goodness. I'm going to feel that one.
Please text us and call us when you use the bathroom. We need to make sure we don't need to call anybody.
Whew. Oh goodness.
Why did the Pocky Chip do this?
Whew. That's hot.
Man, that's it.
Oh my God.
What if he puts like an ending clip and he's like, I was perfectly fine, I just did it for them.
I have to edit this. Oh my goodness.
Are you gonna make it? Do you need to drink the milk?
No, I'm still okay. But I might not be in the next 30 seconds. So guys,
Oh yeah, let's end it. I'm gonna let you end this.
this is KingXeph, No Time to Explain. I just tagged on the hot ones and the demon combination of the hot ones. Shit, that's hot. Until next time, deuces.